back at the Nashville Armory again, Left Hand.
Yes, sir, we are.
This
is turning out to be one of my favorite places.
We've got a video going this time so you can actually see what is going on in the place, and you can really believe that it is as cool, or at least the part we're in, is as cool as
this is
we
the
said
lounge,
it was.
From the lounge area.
The shooter's lounge.
Shooter's
Got a little window into the range back there.
Yep, rifle range and the handgun range down that way.
So go to YouTube, you'll be able to see the highlight video. Y'all may recognize him from our Gunshot Diaries show before.
Good to be back, Zeke, in Left Hand.
Glad to have you.
Did y'all do anything fun with guns this week?
I do things fun with guns every day. Every day.
His life is just full of guns, fun guns.
My office is full of guns.
You're talking about the guns in your office. Can I talk about the one you showed me a minute ago?
I don't even remember which one I showed you a minute ago.
The one you paid $25 for total.
Oh, yeah, that old Blackhawk. Yeah.
It was freaking awesome.
What is it?
A little single action revolver Ruger Blackhawk.
Really?
It's got an old Cowboy holster, and it's a Ruger. What'd you say,
Blackhawk, yeah.
Do you know what year it is? Did you research it at all?
Nah.
Tell the story of how you got it. For $25, all of it.
I bought the Cowboy rig at a garage sale for $5, and I bought the Blackhawk in pieces covered in rust in a brown paper sack for $20. And had a buddy of my brother-in-law was going to gunsmithing school. He was looking for some projects, and I said, I got a project for you. Handed him this paper sack, and he looked in and asked me what it was. I told him it was a Ruger Blackhawk, and I was in no hurry to get it back, and he could do whatever he wanted with it. And
learn away, right?
he brought it back, and looks good. He refitted, pitted pretty bad.
Very
He
good.
put a matte black finish on it, polished out the aluminum, put the original grips back on it.
Can we show it on film?
Yeah, I think I've killed 6 or 7 deer with it too.
Awesome. For $25, oh yeah.
Literally, total cost of that was $25.
You didn't have to pay the guy anything. It was part of his training.
I had to buy any parts.
Can I skim this smoke wagon?
It's clear, but I clear it again. Yeah, clear thing like
I don't.
All right. Flip the gate there, and then spin the cylinder.
There's nothing like that today.
Yeah, I've killed a bunch of deer with it, 6 or 7 at least.
Really?
What's the chamber again?
3.7 magnum. About 10 yards.
You said this was all rusted out.
It was in pieces. Everything but the aluminum frame was covered in rust.
Did it have all the parts and everything?
Every part was there.
You
Every
didn't
single
get
part
new
was
parts or
there.
anything?
Well, I mean, I figured he was going to have to buy a part or
Screws
two.
and stuff.
I figured he was going to have to buy a part or two or whatever, but every single part was in the bag.
Wow.
This is like,
He literally didn't have to buy anything. That's the grips that were on it too. They're all hammered up.
You know
I
how
thought
old
they
it
looked
is?
good. I mean, it's not that. It was probably in the 80s.
oh, okay.
Not old gun. It's a Ruger. I mean, it's not a true Cowboy gun. It says on the adjustable order site.
So what, somebody's buried it in the backyard or something?
I think somebody had intended to refinish it and put it in a paper sack. Like took it all apart and stripped off the old finish. They were going to refinish it and just never got around to it.
Right. You gonna refinish it?
It is refinished. It's just that bad. The pitting's that bad.
You're not gonna like re-glue it or anything like that?
That's redone.
It's done? Oh,
yeah, that's as good as it's going to get. It's trash. That gun was complete. When I say covered in rust, I mean completely covered. Like no bare metal on it that wasn't covered in rust.
Wow, that's an amazing job.
It's a mediocre job, but it was free.
That's cool. You wanna pull the hammer back?
I don't care.
That's my favorite sound.
Triple clip.
Yeah, it's been a good gun. It's very accurate. Shoots really good.
Oh yeah,
And
because
the
the
holster
firing
came
pin's
with
not
it?
on the hammer.
No, I found that at a garage sale completely separately for $5.
I would even, well, yeah, you're probably right in the 80s, because the firing pin's not on the hammer.
None of the Rugers are.
But I mean,
Not the Blackhawks.
when did they
Even
start
the
doing
early
the firing
ones.
pin inside?
They've always done it.
Have
Always
they?
been an internal firing pin on the Ruger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Blackhawk series.
Were they like the first people to do it?
No, I think there was probably some cheap German ones that came out before the Ruger did. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to look into that. I really don't know.
Are you
A definitive
history
answer on
geeking?
that.
Which polymer pistols are staying on the shelves longest these days, and how bad is the availability for everything?
Definitely XDs are probably on the shelf the longest, but I think it's because the XDs ship better. They're probably one of the better shipping polymer guns right now. I don't carry every polymer brand here, nor do I care to. So I can comment on some of them. The M&Ps are very hard to get. The Glocks are obviously completely dried up. Just for an example, I would typically, before the craze went by, I'd get about 15 Glock 19s a week on a. I just had a scheduled delivery every Wednesday. I got 15 Glock 19s. I mean, and other stuff, but now I'm lucky to get 2 every 2 weeks.
Right.
So as far as the availability goes, it's just dried up. But you know, people don't need to panic. It's going to get caught up. Deliveries are already much better than they have been. I don't know if Zeke and Left Hand looked around today when they came in, but the store's pretty full right now.
Yeah, it is.
If we
with
didn't look
firearms.
around with all these guns here, we would not be doing this. shit.
So, I mean, availability is definitely getting better. You know, it's all about, you know, everybody buys in different ways. So some gun shops have better availability than others. I've done this for a while, I diversify, so I buy from a lot of different places. So I typically get a lot of stock in. And we're getting as much, if not more, than we were getting before the craze. It just doesn't stay on the shelves very long.
Gotcha.
So it just moves really quick. But polymer frame availability, I would say definitely the most available polymer frame guns I'm getting are Springfield XDs and XDMs. I've got quite a few of those in stock.
Those seem to be pretty popular too.
Yeah, they're good guns, very very nice guns. They shoot well. They're easy to shoot, so good for a beginner.
I've got the XDM 9 and 45.
Yeah.
Compact 45.
See, pretty much across the board, all of the gun stores I go all the other gun stores I go to throughout the week, that's the main polymer one they're keeping in stock is the XDMs.
Yep, XDM ship good.
As far as, you know, different sites go, you know, one of the first ones I looked up was the ACOG. Everybody's heard about the ACOG, and what was hilarious is when I Googled ACOG, I got American Congress of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, and I was pretty sure that's not what it stood for.
I don't think so.
So I dug a little bit deeper. It actually stands for Advanced Combat Optics Gun Sights. How do those work, Andrew?
ACOGs?
Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of different models of ACOGs out there, manufactured by a company called Trijicon. They come in different magnifications and with different reticles. Reticles the pattern you see when you look inside of an optic. Just for people who don't know about, you know, not trying to dumb it down, but just, you know, if there's people that aren't familiar with it, that's what it's called when you look through an optic. The crosshairs or the dot or the, you know, they call it a
Triangle.
reticle. Yeah, they call it a reticle. So there's a lot of different.
Sign.
Yeah, there's one of those on the Tech one. There's a bunch of different stuff out there, but the Trijicon has a huge variety of them. But basically the way it works is it has a magnification to it. Typically 3x, 3 times magnification. Some of them are 4x magnification. The ACOGs themselves have a standard reticle. They do it 2 different ways, where there's no fiber optic, and then they do one with fiber optic. The sight with fiber optic, there's a fiber optic piece on top of the sight, and it gathers ambient light from the environment it's in, funnels it into the sight, and makes the reticle glow. Red or green and yellow, that red, yellow, green, a couple different colors. And then at night, when there's no ambient light available, the Trijicon ACOGs are lit with it's called tritium gas. It's a radioactive gas that's sealed in ampules. And that's what glows the reticle at night.
And as always, Left Hand, keep your loved ones close.
And keep your firearms closer.